Hello, universe. Welcome to my world. Normally when we do an Angelina Jordan video, we take one song and we look at it through many different artists. But today we're starting in a completely different place. I'm going to start by telling you a story. Many years ago when I was a young man in my mid-30s, I had a friend the same age, and he lost his mother. He had a young family at the time, and his daughter, who was nearly 4, didn't understand that her grandmother had died. Just a couple of weeks later, though, in the park, she saw a dead bird, and she then made the connection between the word dead for the bird and dead for her grandmother, and then it hit her. Then she started to cry. Then she understood what death meant. Many of you out there are parents, and when you're a parent, part of the job description is to protect your child. You protect your child from hunger, from cold, from bad experiences. But one thing you cannot protect your child from is from the reality of death. Now, today we're going to look at Angelina Jordan, who's had a wonderful life and been wonderfully brought up and wonderfully protected. But in her 16 years, she has experienced people who have passed. And we're going to look at her reaction and how she has expressed herself in these moments. We're not going to do this chronologically in terms of what happened first and what happened most recently, but instead we're going to do this who she was least close to and then gradually to who she was most close to. And so we will start with Angelina's tribute to Whitney Houston. Angelina did not know Whitney Houston. Whitney died when Angelina was just 6. And when Angelina recorded her tribute, it was 7 years after Whitney had passed. Whitney passed in 2012. Angelina recorded her tribute in 2019. But she also has done a couple more recent versions, 3 years after her original. First, let's familiarize ourselves with Whitney's version briefly, and then we will hear Angelina's 3 different versions of her tribute. And I don't need to tell you that Angelina is exceptionally good when she sings live.
Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you.
Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much. All that you are and everything that you do, I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside, I can't run from myself. There's no way to hide. But don't make me collapse one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you're there, or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me, no. I have nothing, if I don't have you.
There was a 7-year gap between Whitney's passing and Angelina Jordan's tribute. But when Aretha Franklin died, it was only a 2-day gap. This is Aretha performing A Natural Woman in 2015 at the Kennedy Center, which is a Life Achievement Award ceremony. A couple of features that stand out. Carole King, the original writer of the song, is very over-emotional and excited when she's listening to Aretha. And President Obama is wiping away a tear. And when Angelina performs her tribute, she does something really quite original. She goes from a middle register to a low register to a high register, which puts a completely different spin on it.
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired when I knew I had to face another day. Oh, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind, but you're the key to my peace of mind. How you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman.
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind, but you're the key to my peace of mind. You make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman.
Angelina Jordan also pays tribute to Ari Behn. Ari Behn was the King of Norway's son-in-law. He himself was also an artist. He was a painter and an author, and her tribute to him was 3 days after his death. You can really hear the sadness in her performance, and the lyrics really capture the situation. One of the lines is, "When I dream of dying," and he and the next tribute both took their own life. How does a child who is so well brought up and so happy understand the nature of suicide?
I've been having dreams, jumping on a trampoline, flipping in the air, and never letting it flow there. As I'm looking up, suddenly the skies are leaves are on the trees, spread to fallen leaves. I feel right. Wait, if I'm on fire, I'm so deep in love. When I dream of dying, I never feel so alive.
The next tribute from Angelina is for Avicii. He was a Swedish music producer, and he worked alongside Angelina. The guitar accompaniment for this song is from our friend Ivan Mendez.
I dedicate this song to my dear friend Avicii. I believe love never dies. Feel my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. Though to me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open my eyes. Well, that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over.
The paradox with these lyrics that Angelina Jordan is singing with Wake Me Up is that they were written by a musician who could not believe his luck that he was a professional musician and enjoying what he was doing most. Whereas the lyrics can actually double up with a person who is in torment, whose life is a bit of a nightmare. And last but not least, we come to Angelina's tribute to her grandfather. There are two songs we're going to listen to. The first one was performed 6 days after her grandfather died, when she sings, "You Were Always on My Mind." When I was interviewing Ivan Mendes, he and I decided together not to discuss this song. But in this context, it's very necessary to include this song.
This song is dedicated to my grandpa. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Give me one more chance to keep you satisfied, satisfied. Little things I should have said and done, I'm so sorry that you're mine. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind.
Angelina Jordan has her grandfather's portrait during this song, but Angelina on her Facebook page pays tribute to him. She says, "He always supported me in everything that I did, and he always gave me great life lessons, and he always helped people in need." Not surprisingly, for those of you who know, the final song that we will listen to, which is a tribute to her grandfather, is "Billion Miles." It's taken me a while to realize, but this is actually my favorite song from Angelina Jordan. I'm going to show 2 different versions, and I'm going to intersperse them. Her original studio performance, which is excellent, you don't realize it's quite fast until you hear her live performance. And with her live performance, she gives a primal scream or a wail at the end, which has the audience both gasping and applauding at the same time. This song is so fascinating because if you just read the lyric, they're not that special. If you just listen to the music, they're not that special. But the blend of her music and these lyrics have a special effect together. There are 3 reasons why this is my favorite song. 1, this song is not just beautiful, this song is hauntingly beautiful. And 2, this song is actually about hope. Because although her grandfather has passed, and although this song is sad, she is never alone, and she has the strength and benefit of his influence inside of her. So it's almost like a sun shower. It's raining at the same time that the sun is out. And the third reason we will talk about after we hear her performance.
When I was a child, I walked the streets. They see me growing up. Know you were all I need. I see me in myself through all the years. It's like it's in my tears. I think what he's given me, the smiles and the memories, but now he's not here to hold me. In the light of the blue sky, I'm not alone to fight. I'll never regret what I do. We're a million miles apart. Years pulling my heart like an empty bubble to be thrown. I can't make it stop, but I know in my heart, I know that I'm never alone. I know I'm never alone. I know that I'm never alone. Never alone. Never alone. Said I'm watching you from the moon. I'm everywhere, see everything you do. I can't see you, but I know you're here. It's like you're in my tears. I think what he's given me, the smiles and the memories, but now he's not here to hold me. In the light of the blue sky, I'm not alone to fight. I'll never regret what I do. We're a million miles apart. It's pulling my heart like an empty bubble to be thrown. I can make it stop, but I know in my heart, I know that I'm never alone. I know I'm never alone. I know I'm never alone. I wonder when I close my eyes, are you in my dreams tonight? I wonder, are your friends the stars, the songs for you, wherever you are. I wonder when I close my eyes, are you in my dreams tonight? I wonder, are your friends the stars, the songs for you, wherever you are.
And the third reason this is my favorite song is because this song is a healing song. People hear this song and it changes something inside of them, especially for those who have lost loved ones. I cannot explain how this happens, but this happens over and over again. And to me, this is the highest form of art, where art can heal. And so this video, on one hand, is about those who've passed. On the other hand, it's about paying tribute. But ultimately, it is the fact that sometimes healing comes unexpectedly from a direction out of the blue. Finally, I will leave you with my conversation with Kent when I met him in Norway. He was talking about this song, and he was talking about the comfort and the healing that this song provided for him in helping him resolve the loss of his father.
Angelina came out with the song Million Miles, and that was the thing, the song that I really wanted to talk about, because I lost my father when I was 13. and he was only 37. He was like Superman to me. And when he got that cancer, I was thinking, okay, it's a sickness, but he will survive. But of course, he got one of the really, really ugly ones. And of course, he died. I was sad, I was crying, I was really trying to grasp what is happening, but I really didn't understand it because it was like a fairy tale, like a movie or something not real. And then I heard Angelina's Million Miles, and it sounds like something she wrote for me. She talked to me, she like saying, it's okay, you're not alone. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel that he is far, far away, but in your heart, he is here, and you can bring his memories. You can bring everything further away, and I think that's why it was so beautiful. And I remember when she really belts out at the end, I felt like a primal scream from someone reaching her grandpa like she did. And I felt like I want to reach my papa, you know, my daddy. And it was so powerful, I just cried for days. And I really want to thank her for that, because that means the world to me.